Yow! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the cast tonight. I am your host, eXtine. This is X Television. It is playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. We have UGC Highlander, two fantastic teams, Blunderful versus the Syndicate. Both kind of in the middle seeds of the brackets, 6 and 11, but they both have a lot of star players. And now that we are in the playoffs, now it's just one map. Anything can happen. We've seen a lot of really close smashes in Platinum, and a lot of difference, between the different map types and how a team might play on a payload map versus a 5CP map. So Blunderful actually did lose earlier this season to the Syndicate on a 5CP goalie watch match, but tonight we have payload. There's going to be 3 sets, ladies and gentlemen. Each team will get a chance to attack. Then they will defend. Then they're going to switch sides, and then you defend. If you were just defending, you defend again, and then you attack. And we'll do that one more time if it is needed, because it is a first to 2 sets. And I got some great guests with me. I want to introduce them, and then we're going to start talking about the map a little bit. I have with me Eric Ruth from Eric Ruth Games. How you doing, Eric?
Hey, X, what's going on, buddy? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, good to catch up with you and cast some Highlander once again. Then also we are joined by Dyonysus all the way from Australia. What's up, Di?
What's up?
Not much. Good to have you on the air once again. We are 18 now, and I have given the players the all good. We are ready to rock. Let's talk about the map a little bit. This intro area is pretty fierce. You know, you can put up a pretty good stand here as long as your sniper is able to dominate from range, able to set up the sentry efficiently in the nest. And then as you move forward, the upper ground and coming from above becomes so crucial. You want to push the cart as far into the tunnel as you can and come over the top and clear up the B point. Then once you get over to the ramps, that's super important to push quickly. If you get stalled on the ramps, it's pretty devastating to your overall time. Not so good. And it's scored on a stopwatch, so every little push of the cart matters very much. You'll hear me shouting throughout the match, times 3, because that's the maximum that you can get on the cart, and that's what you want to have all the time. Eric, what are your thoughts on payload? I mean, I know that you're a game developer type of guy. Were you happy with the mode when it first came out? And then, what are your thoughts on it in this competitive Highlander setting?
Well, I love Payload. Payload is actually one of my favorite ways to play the Team Fortress universe. It was a great addition in style because it's so much different from 2 teams just sitting at opposite ends of a mirrored map trying to achieve one selected goal. It's a great way to mix things up. From a development standpoint, it's much more original than a lot of the other gameplay elements in Team Fortress. And one thing I particularly like about Upward is it's very sniper-friendly for blue right off the bat. Much like you mentioned earlier, if you've got yourself a good sniper that can dominate, you can really make some headway right off the bat. And this is one of the few maps in the official world of Team Fortress 2 where blue sniper really does have a nice big chunk of open space to take some headshots down right from the get-go.
Yeah, exactly. That spot behind the slats, that is such a great sight line, and there's going to be a very crucial sniper battle right there. And whatever sniper, too, especially on this map, there's so many of those long snipe lines that if one of these snipers can get the upper hand on the other, they're going to be helping their team out immensely. Demo Man is also going to be a very important position on attack and defense. You got to get those stickies on the cart. You got to protect the cart. You got to stall the other team, or you just got to get in there and clear out that sentry gun. Help your team push forward. Of course, since this is UGC Highlander, we'll be seeing a lot of the unlocks here today. Most stuff is allowed. That's pretty much the most easy general way to say it. Some stuff just doesn't come up, and some stuff, might get a little abusey. But that's how it goes with the unlocks. You never can be perfect, and that's why it's a continuous evolution for Team Fortress. That's something that makes everything feel so fresh, so nice. And these playoffs, where it just comes down to one map each night, going to be really awesome to see how this UGC Platinum season wraps up. Last season's playoffs were really exciting, marred by some unfortunateness. Nah, I don't know. I can't say it right. Yeah, there were still really great matches. Just a little bit of drama. Hopefully, it all goes well this time around. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We have setup time. Di, let's hear some thoughts from you. Where do you think that Red should get set up here, and what do they got to do to try and contain the offense that's going to be coming at him?
I'm a fan of that sniper just hanging around like right in front of the stairs here. That way they can just move up and down, and kind of eliminate the other sniper, because the first sniper battle is very important. That kind of sets the tone up for an entire map. If Red can just take out the blue sniper, then he sort of have free range on the medic. Or the heavier classes such as the heavy and the demoman or the soldier. That is such important picks that you can't forget. He should try to survive the other sniper, or try to out-snipe the other sniper, if you will. The space just right underneath the blue arrow, I have no idea what to call it, kind of like look like a shack. That's a pretty good place to set up a sniper as well. The red has more options than blue, but here we go.
Yeah, let's see how this breaks down as the gates drop. Blue soldiers getting on the cart with the scout running the atomizer, gives you a little extra mobility. He's jumping around, and they're getting a good push right out of the gates, forcing Red to kind of come into him. Stabby gets out here, takes out Raptor. I gotta reload my HUD, that's what's going on here. But Blue is still has a good initial push going on here. Some backstabs being thrown around. Heavy and Scout down for Red Team as Noko picks off a couple. Picks off one more there, taking off the soldier.
You can't forget the Spy, man. The Spy is so powerful in this setting as well. And
there goes the Red Spy, taking off the Blue Demo Man, which is pretty good. Being chased around with the flames, gonna sneak away. Red Spy is using that Spicicle. Something that, I don't know, some people feel is OP, and my jury is still out on it. We'd be curious to hear what people think about it.
I personally believe that the Spicicle is OP. I am part of that family of thinking. To take the one big weakness that a spy has in the object of the flamethrower and making you relatively immune to it for a short period of time is really dangerous, and especially in the hands of Stabby, a person I've personally played with multiple times. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's a hell of a spy. Nice guy too. Always have fun scrimming with him. But yeah, Spicicle in the hands of Stabby, that in of itself is a little OP if you smell what the rock is cooking.
Even though Blue kind of lost a lot of numbers, they kind of pushed the Red back. They just finally got their first point right now. The Spy is pushing up. Curious to see what he's doing behind enemy lines. The Red's just now 3 players down. They're going to try to spawn 5. A huge pick right there. Red Medic went down. Another pick on the heavy.
Yeah, Blue's doing a good job of pushing this car forward.
And this right now. And here you go. He's done.
Blue's setting a good pace right now. Red is, the medic has gone down though. Not entirely sure. I'm going to have to pull that up. It looks like the scout use of Toaster got him with the scatter gun. So good scout ambush, and Blue, I think Stabby just got thrown off the cliff by Mr. Satan. I think that happened right to the left of the camera, so I don't think we actually saw that. Yeah, it was under that shelf, but really a fantastic frag there.
Blue has some very good momentum, pushing Red all the way back. Red is half a team down, and they have no choice. But their medic might be caught off guard here. Actually, just fell to his death.
Yeah, did get the needle kill on the engineer, which was pretty good.
I'm liking Mr. Satan here, Blunderful's Pyro. He's definitely pushing, and I mean overextending like none other. And he is coming in and just blowing people away left and right. And it's dangerous to get that far ahead of people, but he's doing a hell of a job, so I guess I can't fault him too much.
Yeah, Stabby gets one, takes out the Demo Man. A little bit of a slowdown, but Blue Team, like right here, this is a position where if you were Red, and if you were able to slow down that cart, stall them out on the ramps, you'd be in a great position. But oftentimes with Blue, they're able to just push past the ramps and then just control this area, and then pushing the cart becomes really trivial. And Blue Team effectively doing that here. And if that doesn't happen on this next attack, I don't see how the Syndicate could actually beat this time that blunderful have going on here. because this is a really crucial part where you really have to get a good defense if you're going to slow down the other team.
Yeah, but red is quite slow to that card, though. Blue successfully capturing the third point, which is after that really long hill right there. So red kind of missed their chance. Uber's been powerful for blue, fighting in the Wrangler Sentry, level 1 Sentry.
Yeah, Stabby was trying to get on the car, slow things down, but was just fairly obvious and got taken out.
Blue seem to be keeping numbers relatively well during this battle, and I think that's definitely what's helping them push through with what looks like ease, but these guys are so good they make anything look easy.
Yeah. And Noko, I think right now is out spying Stabby, 17 points on 13, but of course, even though defensive spy is one of my favorite roles to play, maybe a little bit harder to score those points. Noko, though, yeah, did just get another Ambassador headshot on Kyle. Just for the record, Noko is running the Spycicle as well with the Dead Ringer.
Like I said, with the OP of the Spycicle, I would be surprised if everyone in UGC isn't running it these days.
Blue's gonna get an Uber charge pretty soon, and they're gonna push underneath with the Demo Man.
Yeah, here they come the heavies with them too, so they're just gonna push real slow and easy here. Finally popping the heavy as the Pyro comes out, and Blue actually pretty lucky because that Pyro could throw you right off the edge. Lucky for them, they were stayed right footed where they were.
5-11, very nice.
Yeah, that is extremely fast round. And now the Syndicate is going to have to find their way to get some some offense done here, before they find themselves in syndication.
Oh, I see what you did there with your mouse words and everything. That was good.
Yeah.
5 minutes and 11 seconds, though, so it's a really good time. Do you think that the Syndicate can beat that?
That's a tough time, man. That's really rough. And while Red did I think Syndicate did a good job. At the very tail end, they definitely put the brakes on that Blue push, because Blue was just steamrolling on through, but at the end, they definitely screeched that bad boy to a halt, which I give them severe credit for, but it apparently wasn't enough, so let's see if they can make up for that here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be extremely difficult for them. I mean, offense and defense is a very different situation for the different teams. For each team. Right now, some interesting notes. Noko is now switched over to Cloak and Dagger. A random note as well, just real quickly, with the Ambassador utilizing a different field of view, which will kind of actually help her snipe.
As opposed to Blue's Uber charge. And Revel got a quick snipe on Frank there, once again.
Yeah, so Red Sniper is removed. There goes Tonto as well from Stabby. Blue, pretty cautious right now, but they've got some good opening frags. Should be able to move in here. They have the Uber charge, not using on the heavy yet. Ducking back to heal the Demo Man.
Well, Blue definitely has numbers right now, too. Let's see if they can use that to their advantage and keep a few people on the cart. They just popped the Uber. Charge is deployed on the Demo Man, and they are moving forward, taking down some incredibly important kills, including but not limited to the NG setup and the Pyro.
Red need to capitalize on this crit charge that they've been holding on for quite a while now.
Wow, I didn't even realize they were on crits. They should have used this a while ago. But here it comes now, though, with the heavy. The heavy taken out pretty early, though, and that crit's fairly well diffused.
I would say it was extremely well diffused. That was some good round-the-corner sticky bomb work from Piggerdef, the Demo Man for Blue.
Jordy, the Blue medic, did just go down, which is going to kind of help slow things down. You'll not be able to get an Uber charge. Then again, if they could just keep pushing, they're not really going to have a full nest to push into. Right now, the Red Engineer is still just a level 1. He's going to have that at level 2 very shortly. Looks like Red might be able to delay this enough so he'll get that full level 3 with the dispenser set up.
Red with a quick sniper and rapper there. Again, kind of just eliminate the sniper role for Red very effectively. But snipe across the map by Squid.
Some of our spectators pointing out that the Blue Engineer is using the short circuit. Interesting choice there.
Interesting to say the least. I don't think I've ever seen the short circuit really effectively used in tournament play, but Blue seems to know what they're doing, so let's see if it pays off for them.
Yeah, they need every little bit they can get here. Penguin Ninja has the crit streak, so let's see if Red can pop it again defensively. Jordy going down one more time. That is going to be very disappointing. Very slows down the offense very much. You got to get an uber charge to take out level 3 sentry guns. And Blunderful did just kind of senselessly lose 3 players. They have this crits Craig, and they're in pretty good position. Here comes a crits demo. Yeah, it did not work so well.
Red kind of overextended a lot before the crits was popped, so kind of a bad decision there from the red medic, and kind of poor coordination as well. That's gun about to go down though, unless the engineer can get on it.
Very risky play by the medic, who took a lot of damage there from the gun, rather needlessly. There wasn't anybody there to support that gun, that's why they could get it down without that uber charge. And Jordy now has 98%, there we go, 100%. They have an uber charge ready to go. If they can push this point and clear off that top level like Wonderful did to them, then they could push this cart really quickly, and they could have a shot at actually taking this round.
Well, what I'm finding really
very spread out. The Uber's pop. See what comes out of this.
Good.
Pyro
good pyro for a second there. Here comes a red heavy in a good flank position. Not actually going to be able to get any kills. Jordy has a pretty good amount of health still. Oh, here comes Stabby. Oh, or sorry, Noko. Excuse me. Trying to wrap around. Oh, the crit over the top by Tonto. This STV is lagging for me a little bit. I think our stream is still rock solid, though. It is a very high quality tonight, thanks to Sud. And Red with great play there with the crits, staying alive. Mr. Satin gets a reflect, but ends up reflecting the damage and killing himself. Sorry, that is probably Mr. Satan, but...
It is Mr. Satan, I don't think... I have to say, this is very interesting. I'm looking at Syndicate's scoreboard here, and it's very oddly shaped. I mean, you've got the heavy at the bottom of the scoreboard, and at the top you've got Spy, Medic, and Sniper. And while Medic is right about where he's supposed to be, it is surprising to see a Sniper and Spy so high on a team like this.
Yeah, Spy, it happens on Highlander, you know, pretty frequently, because you're getting a lot of opening frags, and you get a lot of frags, you know, just relative to the rest of your teammates. And kind of as I was noting at the end, you know, Noko had a better first round than Stabby, but now that Stabby's on offense, he's turned it up, and he's tied with Penguin Ninja, the red medic for most points.
Just went down again, and here goes Red. I don't think this is Blue. Here goes Blue chances to push this, because 20 seconds left with no Uber. They're not going to be able to do anything much.
Yeah, that's for sure. Basically, it's over for Blue here. I think they actually had a chance there, and I think that if Jordy would have been staying alive, those Uber charges would have happened in a different way. And I say it like that, you know, Jordy should have stayed alive, like it's a choice he's making. No, I mean, obviously it is a team effort, but, you know, if the medic's not there, if the medic's down, then that team is not going to win. And I think that's kind of what happened there. They had some of the good moments, the good pushes, the good attacks, clearing out things, creating advantages, and then taking advantage of those advantages. Yeah, Jordy's got to stay up, and they got to push well and push together. If they keep the medic up and they get good Uber charges, then they could put in a great time here, and they could take the second set.
I thought it was well put together, but I really think that Blunderful lost a lot of their excuse me, not Blunderful, Syndicate lost a lot of their momentum in the tunnel, and that was really what I think screwed the pooch here for this match for him.
Yeah, and I guess a couple players haven't really shown up. I was curious too, because I got an email from the Blunderful's captain, and he was saying that JJK was going to be on Sniper, and he is not here today. I think there was, well, somebody, I think they were saying Jordy is pretty new at this game, a newer competitive medic, and UGC Highlander, like, is not easy being a medic. It's one of those things that, like, it's going to be really easy for us as commentators to critique medics, because there's just always the spy coming at you, and you drop an Uber, and we're like, well, you should have looked out for that spy.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much going on in Highlander, but it is a team effort to protect the medic. The medic's got to play his class well, just like everybody else has got to play their class well, but protecting the medic is a team effort.
Yeah, I have a theory that because there are actually 8 players out to get you, playing medic in Highlander is actually much harder than playing 6v6 medic.
Yeah, I think you know, some of the positioning of 6 is a little bit more nuanced because you don't have a heavy that you're always sitting on, and some teams that's almost something though is like some teams have just developed that, but it's not actually the way that the game is, you know, or the way the game should be. And you know, 5 CP maps and payload are both kind of have their own pros and cons that you could argue require more or less positioning. So it's a matter of opinion. Both games are great though. Both game types we love very much. We're going to see some 6s later tonight with some ESCA action. We haven't even talked about ESCA yet, but it's coming up later tonight. It's going to be great right after this Highlander. This is our priority, so we're not going anywhere. We're watching this whole match. Let's see how the second set starts off. Syndicate's attacking here.
Okay. No picks just yet, but Mr. Zayden got a finish off stabby So great elimination of the spy, seeing how much damage he would have caused his team earlier.
Yeah, Noko gets a backstab on the engineer, just really trying to slow down that cart a little bit. Doing a good job. See, Red is doing a good job of contesting up front. Raptor sniped Jordy and then gets sniped by the other sniper, but if you get that medic, that's what counts most.
That is so important, man.
Yeah, medic is always the prime goal for death for both teams, all the time, 24/7.
Blue can afford to lose member, but red cannot because you know the spawn is actually so close for blue.
Well, at this point, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It looks like red has deployed.
Over the top. Oh, there we go. Does get Jordy. Rebels as well. Needs to help out some of his other players. But big kills for Red, and Blunderful put down a vicious defense right now.
It took down that medic too, which is always a good time, man. Always a good time.
Yeah, the medic is so important. It's actually one of the most important classes to eliminate because of the charge.
I would argue that is always the most important class to eliminate, unless you've got, you know, a particularly powerful or badass spy or something. But yeah, most of the time I completely agree with that, man.
Oh, the red spy is going so crazy here, right on top of Jordy once again. And he's just such a huge distraction. Nobody can really push the cart forward when that spy is just running around back there. Noko is going to get closed down there, but Noko already off to 8 points in this half. Second Tonto.
Yeah, I'm liking this defense, actually. I think Blunderful's putting down a great defense here.
Yeah, it's about time to abandon the first point. But they put down a fantastic hold, and Raptor is still trying to get some snipes. He's taking out Rebels, so he's still going to be able to maybe get another couple shots off here.
Looks like Frank, the red team soldier, has put himself in position to fire somewhat more like distraction rockets rather than some actual trying to get kills. He seems like he's just trying to pick away, maybe push some people out of the picture, or at least confuse them. And it worked to a degree, slowed down that card a little bit.
Yeah, Stabby had a good infiltration attempt. Now it's Noko, though, who's hiding in the back corner, gets a sap down, taken out, though, cleared up. Blue doesn't have too many players right now. Blunderful is definitely stabilized again on the second point, getting their sentry gun up at a fairly typical spot.
That's the usual. Yeah, I see it there all the time.
In comparison, I would say that Jordy is getting picked much more than the Mr. Penguin, so they have to analyze now, okay, are we going to protect a medic, or are we just going to have a player trying to take out the other medic?
And Penguin Ninja right now, I should note, is still on that crit streak, and they could be coming down the tunnel with it. Here it is, over the top. What happened there? Oh, Tonto went down to the heavy as soon as that crit sticky was thrown in the group. So just a split second longer, and that would have been a major kill.
Well, it looks like Blue played it right. I mean, that was, let's be honest, there was a little skill in there, and there was also a little luck in the timing of when that demo went down.
Yeah. Now they have an Uber charge just about ready. They're going to try to push over the top here. All their power classes are on top of the hill.
Yeah, Jordy with a full charge. So Blue should be capitalized this moment right now, but there's a scout right behind him.
Oh man, he does get the pop off, thank God.
Looks like the charge has been deployed, by the way, for blue on the... Is that the demo man?
Oh, and then here comes use of Toaster, putting his scatter gun to use. Now his pistol jumping all over this demo man. Oh, I thought he was going to jump around the window. Oh, he still gets the pistol kill.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, what a noble chase there by use of Toaster.
He did go down at the end of that battle, but I think it was a good trade-off. Demo man for Scout, absolutely.
A demo man for Scout on the Scout side or the demo man side?
Well, yeah, I guess that depends.
Yeah, on the Scout side, it's always worth it to get the demo man pick.
Yeah, especially, I mean, that was a defensive Scout. Defensive Scout is like, it's kind of a tough role. He's got to find picks. He's got to make it happen. Right now, he's in the position to pressure this demo man again from the side. He's kind of hiding up top. Oh, here comes that crit over the top. One more time. Tonto getting some kills with this crits. It's definitely working out for him. Use of Toaster takes out the heavy. Going to try and push out here. Could clean up the spy and the sniper.
I like how that how use of Toaster's playing. I really dig. He's got a lot of balls. He's not playing safe Scout at all, man. He is being very aggressive, and it's working out for him apparently.
Yeah, blue did get the capture in there. Must have been right before that crit. They actually did capture the cart, so the spawn rolling back, and red is just going to fall back and reset up back towards the ramps.
Well, Blunderful has done a good job here. They are definitely keeping that timer from running out too quickly, and this is going to be a much easier time to try and match on the next run through rather than the before 5:11, which was, of course, very impressive.
Look, the rest spy was discovered there by the Scout, and he's just... No, he did not go down, thanks to that red ringer.
Dead ringer.
Such an important item in competitive play right now, but it's kind of so annoying if you're in the receiving end of it, though.
Here's the Uber charge. Red has a crit ready to go back into him. The Wrangler is out as well, and you know, this heavy's not going to be able to take out a Wrangler Sentry, and that's why I don't like the... Oh my God, Suga just fell off the cliff. Fell through the gap in the rails. Oh, Tonto goes big, 3 kills, gets the medic. Red is clearing up once again, and that cart is not going anywhere.
He got that medic mid-crit, so that was a phenomenal pick.
Oh, and there goes Revels. Falls down the same crack, the same spot as the heavy.
Tonto's found himself a nice place there to hide some stickies by the cart. That's some good maneuvering there by the red demo man.
But so far, Blunderful's doing a good job defending, though. I really like the crit's choice on defense by the red medic here. It's been working out for them.
Yeah, it's been really effective.
Oh yeah, man, crits is where it's at with not 1 but 2 turntables and a microphone, my friends.
I also give a shout out to the red engineer as well. His gear is always almost the last to go down, you know, whenever blue captures a point. So slow down, blue is pushed that much even more, man. So that's definitely a good play there from him.
Yeah, see, right now blue is getting that forward presence. They're trying to take out the sentry gun. Nobody's on the cart, and somebody's got to be on the cart. You can't win when your cart's just sitting there. It's about to go backwards, too. Okay, finally here comes the Scout to push it forward.
This is actually getting to be a pretty hot match, I gotta admit. This is some rough and tumble battling right here. And use of Toaster still impressing me with his highness on the scoreboard, his aggressiveness. He's sitting pretty, man. He knows what he's doing. I gotta give him a lot of props.
And that second crits right there that we saw, or sorry, the most recent, of course, but that crits was very good. It came in right when that cart was trying to be pushed up that second of 3 ramps, and it wheeled back another very effective defensive crit from the red team.
I gotta hand it to Blunderful. I've seen a lot of tournament level UGC, ETF, 2L, EA. I've seen a lot of teams play, and I really like this Blunderful. They know what they're doing. I like them a lot.
Keep in mind that they almost have the crits again, which is a contrast to Jory's only 70%. So it looks like they can do some major damage here. They have the crits finally.
And there it is!
And see, that's the thing, is they're just using it instantly, and the Uber, you get in this weird situation where you kind of got to wait until you get to the sentry gun. And if you use the Uber before you get to the sentry gun, then it gets really hard to get to the sentry gun. but you're only really using it to take out sentry guns. The Kritzkrieg, they're just using it all the time. They're either pressuring out the Uber, or they're using it after the Uber, or they're just using it, you know, before, in between the Uber, and just defending with a ton of outward pressure. It's really effective. Here comes the Blue Demo Man and the Uber getting the sentry gun out, and that is what they have to do with this Uber charge. That is why Uber charge wins the fight. When you actually deploy it, take out some sentries. They got to follow up here, though.
I have to admit that they at least they're trying their best to pop it and not drop it. You mentioned earlier that they're hitting that Uber relatively early rather than waiting for that prime time to get it.
But going to have his crits right now, and he's on
here
his
comes Stabby
Delman.
Stabby,
Like,
though.
is he going to be able to do any damage here?
Yeah, no, Stabby's not really going to be able to get up there.
Here comes the crits! Here comes the crits! And,
Yeah, got one kill on the
hit.
heavy. That's good. Charging up another sticky. Oh, doesn't get somebody else. Oh, oh man.
Oh.
He actually could have detonated it and gotten that engineer, but did not see the opportunity. And Red's just so far forward. Oh, here comes the blue. Oh, the blue pyro almost blew the medic into the pit of despair.
Yeah, but he was outnumbered, my friend. And yeah, one pyro, no matter how good you are on 3 or 4 people, that's still the game of odds, and that is a dangerous game to play.
Yeah, here comes the blue heavy. Sorry, the blue heavy and the Uber. They got to get moving. Now they're looking to rotate. So no, maybe not. I don't think they know where they're going.
And
here they come out the main tunnel with the Uber charge.
Red need to be very careful. They can't afford to lose that medic, and they did.
Yes, they did.
Overextended there by the red medic.
Red's,
you have to expect that the Uber's coming, and they're not. They're not. The Blue's losing player left and right. And
yeah, a couple good frags
discovered pretty soon there by that pyro, and he just went down.
A couple good frags by the red team. The Demo Man, the Soldier, get some good kills. The Heavy staying alive and cleaning up. And Blue got decent penetration, but now the thing is, like, they're not going to be able to attack at all for the next, like, 45 seconds. That Uber charge is a little bit slower. And the crits just motivates you to just keep rolling forward.
You are absolutely correct.
No, you're not. I mean, yeah, you are. I was playing devil's advocate. I don't know what got into me. I'm so sorry.
You are wrong. I am right.
This is getting tougher and tougher for the Syndicate.
I'm really liking how Squid is playing, by the way, the red heavy. He's for Blunderful. He was sitting up top, had the high ground, and he's the one, when you were talking earlier about Blue just being picked off left and right, losing players, he was sitting up in the map room, and he was just taking down people, and I really liked that style. Staying high ground, keeping hidden, and just taking down anyone that comes his way.
And by the way, Joey just went down to Toaster once again, so he had to build up his charge all over again, while Penguin sits at a commanding crits charge right now. Yeah, he has it. It's like Blue knows it too, so they sort of just playing back. Yeah, but kind of poor communication there. No picks just yet.
Huge defense by Squid stopped Stabby, but then Revels sniped Penguin Ninja when that Kritzkrieg still had a good little burst of juice left in it. Oh! Santo! Big detonation waiting at just the right moment. And then he chooses to right click and he gets Jordy the medic. That's going to slow down the blue push again. They've got a lot of frags. They just need to go in here. Even though they don't have the medic, they just need to go in here. I think that's one thing that Blue's not really doing. They're not really consistently just throwing players in there, And that's sometimes that mentality of Uber versus the mentality of a Kritzkrieg.
Right, but you have to consider that this red base is pretty much a bucket of doom, so Blue, I think, made a really good choice of not wanting to have come in before the medic actually got the charge, but they should think about what kind of charge they're using now, because 4 minutes left. That means about 4 Uber charges left, so they might want to switch the game plan a bit.
Well, they have gotten a lot closer to the actual finish point. I think they could do some good work here with this Uber charge. They got to make sure, you know, the cart is the focus. They cleared out the sentry guns. Now if they can establish some sort of presence around the cart, but nobody else is with them. And they actually lost the rest of the fight. Squid going huge with this Kritzkrieg, and after they take out the sentry gun, they need to take out the medic. That's what they need to do with these pushes, because while you're Uber, while you're invincible, the crits can't do anything to you. If you can pressure it out of the medic, at least that's a percentage that you've knocked down, you've knocked off. But if you're just ignoring the crits and medic, they're just going to come in and stomp all over you.
You're correct, absolutely correct. And red trade very well with blue though, just losing 1 player in comparison to blue's 3 or 4 players. So yeah, definitely. And that spy is just not gonna be able to do anything. Tried to stay a stab but failed. Cleaned up by use of Toaster. Actually, he's not actually dead. Using the dead ringer at the moment. So red has the crit streak once again. Let's see what they're trying to do. Yeah, once again, very poor communication here. Decided to pop on the heavy in contrast to Demo Man.
Yeah, and then remember that red, Blunderful definitely has a Sentry level 3 back up and running in the usual spot, so no surprises there, but that's another obstacle that Blue's going to have to contend with at this point. And I'm not sure they got the juice left in them or the time at this point.
Oh, Jordy with a huge drop. Just crushing.
Yeah, and that's the desperation. You know, you don't want to pop too early and then not have enough juice, you know, to finish off that Uber charge. But yeah, you got to be really careful. As a whole team, you got to watch out for those stickies. Got to pop early if you have to. Can't take risks like that.
Yeah, but kind of, I would say the newer medics tend to look forward only, and that is what Jordy's misstep right there. Get taken out by that crit streak as well, but red is actually very low in players right now. Let's see if blue can capitalize on it.
Yeah, blue have numbers, that's for sure, but they really, we were talking about the communication earlier, and I think that's exactly what's going to hinder them here, that despite the fact that they have a tactical advantage at this point in numerics, I just don't think they're going to be able to communicate and pull it through in time, because that clock is running low, my friends. We're under 2 minutes to go. There is a strong defense here by Blunderful and Syndicate. They're talented guys, but I'm not sure they have all of what it's going to need to take down Blunderful here tonight.
Yeah, I think one of the key things here is Blunderful on this defensive last. They've really been controlling those upper and side areas, not letting anybody in there, and then they use those areas to recover after the cart gets pushed forward a little bit. And that's a pretty important concept.
Yeah, here's the pop from blue.
They're just going to, watch this, they're just going to abandon that area, and then they're going to surge forward. And they actually don't even really have to, because Pig of Death got thrown into the pit, I believe.
Yeah.
There comes the crits. Yeah, it's over.
It is over.
You know, I mean, technically right now they still could do it, but
because he's trying so hard though. It's just that, I mean, these guys are just on a completely different level than his usual matches, I would believe. But
yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, team coordination, and in Highlander nobody can really defeat one team just by themselves. You know, every class plays its roles. It's really a team effort that, you know, is what pushes you forward. You know, some people saying, well, yeah, JJK isn't here, but Rebels has been playing very well. You know, you've got to field who you have, and it's kind of all irrelevant after that. Blunderful has just been playing really well. Use of Toaster playing exceptional. Noko being very dangerous, part of that E2 clan. Tonto's played a nice game. He's got so many points, though, because of that crit streak. But especially on defense, it's been so effective.
Yeah, I'm over time right now. Yeah, there is the perfect defense for Blunderful.
Yeah, great work by them.
Well, not quite perfect, but pretty dang good.
Yeah, well, I would usually say that when one team successfully defend like all the way through the last point. Of course, you're gonna get some casualty, but it's never gonna be avoided.
Yeah. I mean, that is the truth. Is that this is why we're playing them stopwatch. You know, is these maps they're not balanced so that it is always 50-50. You're supposed to be winning if you're on offense on upwards. I don't know what the actual stats are for this map. Would be definitely curious to know.
Well, what I'd like to chime on real quick in regard to something you were talking about earlier there, eXtine, that the most important thing in my head when playing this game is that it is Team Fortress 2 and not Me Fortress 2.
Yeah.
Now, what that means, it is always a team effort. It always is a collaboration. It's always a communication. And if you can't effectively field your best players on the best spots, if you can't coordinate through vocals or through text, if you're that quick enough to chat, it's just not going to work out for you. And people have to remember, no one player, no matter how great they are, can take down an entire team by themselves. That's why you have to work together.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see how this last little section here turns out. I mean, last as long as Blunderful wins. They have won that first set comfortably. Second set, they have a lot of time to work with. They have the full time of the map. And if they capture the third point faster than the time that's clocking, ticking down right now, they will take it. They've lost a lot of players out of the gates, though, so you know, maybe a little overconfidence. UGC Toaster getting sniped down. A nice kill by Rebels there. And Red's coming out pretty vicious right now, which they're definitely going to have to do. But and it looks like Blue Penguin Ninja is using Uber Charge. I was curious regarding their tactics here if they were just trying to pressure the pop, but they are Uber Charge here.
Well, that cart is moving. They're gonna have
and that's
to.
what's most important. They actually pressure the pop just because of how fast they're pushing the cart. And here comes Blue Pyro is trying to throw somebody off the cliff here. Now goes for the Extinguisher and then ends it with the flare. So kind of a brutal combo there. I think it looked like the Extinguisher, but was actually the flare the whole time. That degreaser, so quick, so quick.
Yeah, that's why I
Penguin
love the
finally
degreaser.
using his Uber now, but the sentry gun is still up. But Edelman could easily spout it out, I believe.
Oh, he could, yeah. He could hug the wall. He could probably come around the stairs, but doesn't matter. It's all down now, my friend.
Yeah.
It looks like Yusuf Toaster's trying to get behind enemy lines here. Now, of course, on Blue playing the scout still. He is coming up from behind. Looks like he's chasing down the spy with some success. I like him. I love him. Let's see if we can get some more of him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dominations going around on the blue side. Frank, the soldier, actually has 3 dominations.
Red is so low at the moment, they're just spawning, so looks like Blue are poised to take the second point with ease.
Yeah, their combo is so far forward. This level 1 Wrangler is set up. The combo now, kind of just waiting for the cart, waiting for the rest of their team, the pushers, to get with them. But they're going to be able to push in here. Pick of Death does get 2 kills. That's nice. Red Sniper down, though, however.
Yeah, even Uber right now, Blue just popped, but not being very effective.
Yeah, it was alright. They need to try to take down the sentry gun here. Here comes the blue spy, gets all over it. Red Uber has faded by now, and the blue heavy in a great position to help clean things up.
Oh, God.
Players going down. Pig of Death, the lone survivor, gets away with 10 health.
Yeah, barely. Just barely.
Yeah.
Blue needs to get in the point. Pretty much just wipe the other team. They need to get in the point right now.
Sugar J just got spawn camped by Yusuf Toaster. Yusuf Toaster wants more blood. Hiding off top, takes out Sexy Shane. This is just brutality. The soldier goes up to try and deal with him. Yusuf Toaster in the 1v1. Taken out, trades kills. But nice shots by both players there.
Some very sexy scout work right there. Maybe we could see it in a moment of glory.
Maybe.
And I am becoming very, very impressed with Blunderful. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love both teams. They're doing a hell of a job, and Blunderful's a force to be reckoned with, and I'm very proud of Syndicate for really sticking it out there, not giving up, giving it their whole best, and they are doing some damage. Don't get me wrong here, but man, Blunderful are just woo!
Yeah.
They're playing very smart. I would give them that. Like you don't see that whole team getting wiped anytime soon. They just know how to stick together. They know which play to send forward. And
that's just communication.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's 2-0 there for Blunderful. Very good job from that team. Like you said, some congratulations to Syndicate for making this far and putting up such a good show for us tonight.
Absolutely. No, nothing taken away from Syndicate. I don't want my words at all to be construed in a way that I have no respect for them or something to that degree, because they are wonderful, no doubt. I myself would get my butt handed to me on a silver platter by that team, I promise you. But looks like Blunderful has just kept it together a little better, and congratulations to both teams for doing such a phenomenal job tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Well played, and of course congratulations to them for making Platinum Division in the first place and making the playoffs. Look forward to seeing what the Syndicate can put together for next season, where those players go to, how it develops. We are going to be joined in just a second by Frank from Blunderful, was playing Soldier there. And then we are going to wrap up this cast, but we will be coming back with some ESEA Intermediate. immediately following. We just kind of got to see what's going on with the different matches. Without further ado, let's bring in our man Frank from Blunderful, the soldier for the evening. Frank, that was a pretty good performance by you guys. Feeling good about it? Feeling good?
I mean, I'd just like to note here that I did call that we were going to 5-0 very jokingly, even though I realized later that we're in CP where 5 can only happen CP, and I think we still did that.
Just about. You guys could have given them the consolatory third round offense and then just shut them down once again. I think that would have been a 5-0.
It's somewhere around there. I mean, you just add in a little extra decimals because you're doing so good.
Yeah. So what do you think, was the key to your success? Did you guys, obviously it seemed like you guys were pretty comfortable and upwards, but coming into this week, were you prepared? Were you ready?
To be honest with you, we had I think 2 scrims as compared to the usual 4 or 5 to practice. We expected more, and we even missed out on one just because it's that whole spring coming around and people go outside and do their thing and have happiness outside. But
outside.
that turned out to be what happened. So we really didn't have as much practice as I thought we would, and I thought we were going to go into this one not as prepared, but I guess it turned out we did good. And as a side note, everyone else from the team might be piling in here as well to want to get a word in.
Yeah, we'll see what could happen. We were looking at the stats for the season, and we saw that the syndicate took you out on goalie wash. Do you feel like your team is just stronger on payload? Was it a map issue, or where the syndicate, was it a strategy issue? What do you think happened today, and the differences between today and goalie wash?
I think a lot of the things that you see with any UGC team, anyone that's coming in, any new team, any team that's been here for a bit, one of the biggest things that can go wrong besides just your skills as far as DM is where you're standing and how you decide where to stand and where the rest of the team is going to stand. And as we've been playing through this season, this is the first season I've been on the team, this is the second season for the team, it's that we've been kind of getting better and better at where to stand, really, because if you're too far back, they just walk up and they take your stuff, and if you're too far forward, you just get rolled over, and I feel like we've been doing better at standing in the right spot.
Yeah, that's definitely a good phrasing of what's a very important concept. We really thought your guys' Kritzkrieg was pretty effective as well. Is that something you practice for the defense?
I don't want to steal all the spotlights, so if you could just bring Squid in here. Squid Frogs,
okay.
He's the team captain. He can say a lot more.
Okay. What's up, Squid? He is deaf and... Oh, there we go. What's up, Squid? How you doing, man?
Wait, team captain? None of that. That's Tonto's business.
Well, in that case...
Yeah, this is their big ploy to bring in the entire team. Then Tonto's like, no, Yusuf Toaster. Okay, then bring in Toaster.
Oh, all right. Got questions for everybody. Everybody's in here now. So let's start with Squid Frogs. The question that Frank dodged and sent your way was the Kritzkrieg on defense. I mean, is that something that you guys have played a lot? I wonder if you could kind of extrapolate your thoughts on Kritzkrieg on defense, because normally that doesn't go so well, but this is payload. It's not 5 CP. It's not cough. Yeah, give us your thoughts on that.
Oh, I completely forgot who actually gave us the idea to do it. Frank, Tonto, do you remember exactly who gave that? Tonto, you weren't there, never mind.
I still say it's a terrible idea, but I guess it worked out.
It was good for... That's the thing about using Uber crits. It's different for each team. You can't just say this team is, always use Uber on this map, but always use Kritzkrieg. It's different. Every team has a different composition that makes crits or Uber better for them.
I think the real issue is that when we use Uber, we end up playing very passively and trying to fall back on it too much, and you can't do that with crits, so it forces you to play actively.
Yeah, that's kind of actually what I was talking about in the cast with some of the psychology behind it, and you guys were doing a really good job of kind of prodding into the team. So, Tonto, even though crits took you to the top of the charts, at least close to it, how come you would prefer to see Uber?
Well, I should rephrase. I was thinking more on the first point where you get a free Uber, and I mean,
okay.
My big thing was, like, we go crits there, we rely on backing away from that first Uber, and we risk losing the first point in our hold,
Yeah. Definitely. Well, we're going to switch over to ESEA Intermediate in just a second and see what's going on over there. Actually, I'm trying to figure out, I think this game actually is live. So, but UGC Toaster, want to get some thoughts from you on your scout play. We were pretty impressed with your defense. You really try to be aggressive and in their face while you guys are defending.
Yeah, well, for one, the nice thing about Highlander is that you have 9 players. So if I go in and die, it's not too terrible. I can afford to be a little bit aggressive. The other thing, though, is that I have a lot of experience being aggressive with our Pyro Satan. Most teams will run the Pyro in a very defensive way to protect the medic, and it's hard to argue with that, but on a map like this, you can really roam around and do a lot of damage, and Scout and Pyro work fantastically together.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Satan. Fantastic Pyro. We cannot do much without Toaster and Satan. Our star players on that one.
Yeah, it was a great job by you guys all around. Very well played. We look forward to seeing you guys progress through the playoffs. Hopefully we will see you guys again on a live cast. If not, make sure you guys save that STV demo because still could probably get a cast of that done. Give you guys real quick shout outs, run down a list of your team roster, and thanks so much for joining us for this post-game interview.
Thank you, eXtine.
Shout out to the Nozzle. Nicest player on the Syndicate. Possibly the nicest player in UGC.
Shout out to Emma Germany, the best massage therapist in the world.
Nice.
I'd like to just give a shout out to my one supporter watching at home, TLR. He's a good friend. He's a fan of mine. I know he appreciates me letting him have some spotlight.
Yeah, 3 dominations. Got to share that spotlight with somebody, Frank. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Like I said, we look forward to seeing more of you. UGC Highlander playoffs going to continue next week, next Monday. Same eXtv time, same eXtv channel. Right now, though, we are going to cut off this cast and be right back with some ESEA Intermediate. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for some more TF2 action. 6v6 this time. Don't go anywhere. I'm eXtine. I will see you next time. Peace out.